do I bind you?
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon. Welcome back to another episode of AMA. For those of you who are new here, how this works is you ask your questions in the comment section below and we will answer them in upcoming videos. Today's question comes from Hassan T. Shout out to the homie. You mentioned the Priv. What do you want to see from a Priv 2? Fingerprint reader, wider keyboard, some sort of Apple/LG/Samsung Pay. So I guess now we know what you want to see from the Blackberry Priv 2. I just want to see a Priv 2 in general. I think that device was well executed and very understated by the industry. Even though I feel like reviewers as a whole, as a collective, said this was a dope device, I don't really see much of it. I don't know why. I mean, maybe BlackBerry is doing that thing where you just have to fight your way back in, and people don't trust you anymore. People don't care about you anymore. Whatever the case may be. But I guess a fingerprint reader, yeah, sure. I think all modern smartphones should have a fingerprint reader. It's not something that's revolutionary anymore. It's not something that should cost them any more than $1 or $2 to put into the phone. So it should be there, and especially when I think Sony has done some dope things like make the power button a fingerprint reader. There's no reason to really not have one in your design anywhere. A wider keyboard. When I had the Priv, my time spent with the Priv, I remember the keyboard being very, very good. It had those capacitive slider features and even the slide out mechanism surprisingly didn't add much thickness to the device itself, and it didn't really off balance the counterweight of the device. So I really like that. Do I think it needs a wider keyboard? I didn't feel the keyboard was cramped, but then again, there's something like the the Blackberry Passport. When you hold that thing, it's a whole different experience. So, I think I would prefer the keyboard to be where it's at now, just for the sake of keeping the device nice and thin and sleek. But I mean, if it was a thing, I mean, why not? Whatever, the more the merrier. Apple Pay, LG, Samsung Pay, it should have Android Pay. I don't see why BlackBerry wouldn't be able to license the Android Pay from Google. But what I personally would want to see from the Priv, the camera was fine, the design was fine, the battery life was okay. The software, it was a little gimmicky. I really did enjoy the BlackBerry Hub. Actually, they just made available the BlackBerry Services application for all Android phones. So if you go in the Play Store, you can download the BlackBerry Services Plus, and then you can get the BlackBerry Hub, and that's dope. So it's really this unified inbox for all of your messages. Most of them, you got like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, text messages, whatever email accounts you want to add. WhatsApp is there as well. That stuff's really dope. You should take a look at that. I think I would want to see the security features that have gone into the new Blackberry DTEK50. I think this should be what they're known for going forward. And shout out to a lot of the people in the comments on that Blackberry DTEK video that was really educating us on a deeper level. And they had some good points in there, like the level of security that was here makes BlackBerry the prime solution for government outlets and for people who are paranoid and care about their security, yada yada yada. And I feel like this is where BlackBerry sort of made a killing in that enterprise world and in that those closed bank world and the government world, and they should be allowed to play. And I'm kind of happy that they found their niche to get back in the market. So I would expect these features to all be in the Priv 2. Although it is interesting, right? Because the Priv is something that I consider a really dope consumer device. if you add these features where, you know, you've got this really tightened, hardened core of Android, and you know, you got root detection and all of this crazy stuff going on, is it really for a consumer anymore? Is enterprise enough to drive the success of a product or a brand? I'm not quite sure. I mean, I feel like enterprises just put up with iOS and it's like whatever. I'm not sure if they will even raise an eyebrow at what BlackBerry's doing here, but yeah, I mean, I think I would genuinely accept more of the same from a Priv 2 that we saw in a Priv, with some added the added DTEK features and added DTEK software. I think that phone was super dope. But thank you for your question. Leave your comments and your questions in the comment section below. Like the video if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe. We got plenty more content just like it coming up. My name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace.
From the deep forest into